Yo, YouTube, today I'm showcasing 3 beats I made for Blow, breaking down how I built the sound and my whole thought process. Comment who y'all want to see next. Let's lock in and get right into it. So when I make Blow beats, normally I like to start off with a piano. I don't have keyscape, so I use Synology, or sometimes I'll use Parody, but I don't really like Parody like that. Most times when I'm making beats for Blow, I kind of think of, I'll make a sad piano and for some Rod Wave we use kind of. Or maybe some Lil Durk we use. Cause in some of his beats, well, he don't always use sad pianos in all of his beats, but in most of the songs I heard by him, he uses sad piano. So I made this piano with Purity. I would get deeper to the piano, but I don't know music theory, so I guess just put down whatever sounds good. I like to start with my bass notes first, and then I like to build up. It's plenty of tutorials on YouTube. You can learn how to make melodic pianos. For the plugin, I use the acoustic piano. Yeah, I don't really know too much about Purity. I don't even know how to change plugins on there. But for my second sound, this was an expand. So with the guitar, I like to put guitars in my sad beats. All I did was copy some notes in from the piano. So I copied this bass note right here, this one, and this one. Copied all three of those, and I just copied the chord progression. So I went here, 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 here. Okay, I don't think I went that one, but I copied the chord progression on each side. So again, I went here, here, here. I just shifted them up to the same notes. And for Purity, I mean for expand, I used the dirty guitar, the best guitar plugin in expand by far. My next one, another expand. I can do the same thing. Most times when I'm making blow beats, especially if I go crazy with the piano, I always go and copy notes from the piano. And I always just recycle them because you really don't have to do much when you put a lot of effort into the piano. But this is my expand sound. All right, so like I said, all I did was copy over some notes from the piano. This is my string. I don't typically use strings for beats like this 'cause I like to keep them clean. So I actually use a lot of sounds for this beat, but I use big strings, expand, and the polysynths. I use the fifth one, I think. I don't know, but yeah, I kept the strings real basic. For my last expand, all I did was copy over the bass notes from the piano. So I copied all of these notes down here from the piano. And all I did was copy and paste. I think this is another piano sound. Nope, it's bad. So I use Beneath the Waves from Bypass, literally the first pad. It says first pad, but yeah, I use Beneath the Waves and expand. And then in Xenology, so this is sauce right here. I'm really gonna put y'all on. So if you copy your main melody right here, and then you drag it, and then you copy and paste the melody, and then you hit Control L. I don't know what it is on Windows, but Control L on PC. It will copy over the melody, but it will like anything that's layered on top, it would put it like this, and look what it'll make it sound like. So it's real subtle, but as it goes over these little notes in between, it's like a I don't say it's a little stutter because it sounds like it kind of sounds like a stuttering. Yeah, it's kind of like a it's kind of like when the all like the first notes of the piano hit with the bass notes. It gets I don't know, it gets a little extra. So my thought process for the drums, I don't say I like to be unique with my drums. I don't like aggressive drums when I make beats like these. So I keep everything simple. Like I don't use regular claps and I use like light snares, but for my clap I like to use snaps instead. Yeah. It's basic, but claps sound way better than I mean snaps sound way better in my opinion than claps for beats like these. The hi-hats, they real simple. I just got a two-step pattern and I hit control L, I double them up and I drag some of them forward, you know. And next is my kick. So I don't too much use kicks, but I know Below uses kicks in his beat. So I'm still kind of experimenting with them. I don't know how to get them to hit really like 808s besides layering them. So my kick pattern isn't too it's not too complicated. I try to go for something simple. So yeah, I kind of copy the piano a little bit. I think I copied the guitar a little bit. I think that's what I copied a little bit. I don't know if you can tell. You'll be able to tell me. Not sure the beat. The 808. This is not 808. This is what I was talking about. I put in a basic 808 pattern. It might look complicated, but it's real basic. I just threw in some slide notes. But here's my 808 pattern. Yeah, it sounds pretty bad by itself, but it goes good with the kicks. And then my open hats, they real basic. It's just yeah, they real basic. More open hats, real basic. Perk, the volt perk. Everybody use those in their sad beats. If you don't get that sound, you're weird. Snare, basic snare pattern. Told you. I use a light snare. I don't use anything aggressive for the to match the style of the beat. That's the whole beat. I will show you the mix, but I'm not too great at mixing, so I'm gonna just play the whole beat and then I'm gonna show off the second one. All right, so for this next beat is really simple. Like it's incredibly simple. So for my first sound, I went with expand. I think I used I'm gonna show you in a second, but this piano is incredibly simple, as you can see. All right. Yeah, incredibly simple, like I said. And so I went with the grand piano and the edge piano. So with these two sounds, I love layering them because I don't think the grand piano is enough by itself. I'm gonna show you right now. See, it's there, but it's like no background. It's kind of plain. And if I throw in the edge piano, yeah, see, it fills it out. So I like doing that. With this piano, I kind of want to go simple with this beat because I feel like every other beat I made was, I guess, kind of fast and upbeat. So I want this one to be like really melodic. For my second sound, I went expand again. I just copied over the piano and I think I deleted some notes. So with this section, the sound I used was the soft female pad, and soft pads it doesn't have a number, but so I was originally gonna throw some vocals in there, but I couldn't find any good ones. Then I found that pad, and it sounded perfect for this. Really, up until this point, I've never used a vocal for a pad, but it sounded good, so I'm not complaining. Then and again, I went for something that was more kinda low, but still made it seem melodic at the same time, so that was perfect. And then for Xenology, I love Xenology. Uh, I want a brass. So my thought process with the brass was like, I know a lot of people don't put brasses in their melodic beats or like sad beats, but I was trying to fill it out. Like the beat doesn't sound full without the brass. Listen to it. It sounds like there's something missing in the background. I couldn't figure out what it was. I tried putting phrases, anything down. Nothing sounded good. So I put in the brass. It fills it out completely. And then I got another Xenology. This is where I got the brass from, by the way. So I'm gonna play this. All right, so that's my brass. I mean, it says my brass. That's my synth. I got this from Expand 2. So it says Xenology. I don't know why it says Xenology, but I got this from Expand. I use thin steel lines. I love using synths and guitars for beats like this. So yeah, this beat is real basic. I went with 149 BPM to, make it faster because it was three specific songs on the album that I liked, and so I decided to make beats like them. But this song right here, I wanted to make this beat more like upbeat, kind of faster and stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna get to the drums. I use a snare for this one, as you can see. I didn't use a hard snare or aggressive snare. Yeah, basic clap pattern. Hi-hats. I try to get unique with the hi-hats, as you can see. Oh, it was not necessarily unique, but I added some rolls in here. Pretty basic. My snare. Okay, so I don't know why I put the snare like this. I can't remember why, but I know for a fact it matches the beat. It sounds good in the beat. Like I got everything leveled out, got it turned on in the mixing track. It sounds good, but it looks crazy, but it sounds amazing. Trust me. Sounds like I'm just doing a whole bunch of snare rolls, but it sounds good. Trust me. This is my actual snare roll. All right, it's my snare roll. Then these are my 808s. I'm gonna show the open hats first. Then I'll show the 808s. My open hats are real simple. I always like to be basic with my open hats. Pretty simple. Now my 808s. So I was going for something real simple in my 808s also. I mean, it's a lot. It's like a lot hitting out like back to back, but I like to be simple with my 808s for these type of beats. I don't like putting a lot in because it kind of gets rid of the whole style and theme, you know. So I went simple with my 808s. Yup, pretty simple. All right, so I'm gonna play the melody and the drums all together now. Let me know what you think. All right, so again, my thought process when making this beat was to like make something more upbeat. I think it was the OK song that he got on his album. I wanted to make a song similar to that, but kind of unique. I didn't want to like copy the whole style of the song, so I uh I try to get creative with it by like putting the brass in there and a snare roll. All right, so for this beat, as you see, I got everything consolidated already. So I wanna play this beat first and then kind of explain like my thought process instead on like the other ones. Then I'll show you the sounds for the beat because I think this beat is amazing. So I'm gonna play it first, then I'll go into detail about the drums and the melody. With this beat, I think it's the best beat out of all the three that I showed so far. So with this beat, I was going for something again, something more upbeat. I like sad beats that's kind of with energy in them. So I was going for something sad and melodic, but with some energy behind it. So you're gonna see with my piano melody, it's nothing crazy, super simple, incredibly simple. All I did was chop up some notes. I'll show you now. Yeah, like I said, incredibly simple. As you can see, this piano looks like the other one, mainly because I like its chord progression the most, especially when I'm making emotional beats. It's or emotional beats when I want some energy behind them. I love using this type of chord progression because it just hits perfect in my opinion. Especially if you chop it up correctly, it won't sound like the another beat you made. But I use analogy. I use rich keys, the rich keys piano and trapology. Polo Boy. I think it's Shawty. I don't remember. But I used his piano keys. So for my next sound, I copied the bass notes of the piano and I kind of just hit Control L and just let it ride. Yeah, that's incredibly simple too. I use power chord pad and I said Xenology and expand. All right, so for my third sound, I chose Xenology. I said Xenology again. Jesus, I chose expand again. If you ask me, expand is perfect for making beats like these, sad beats, melodic beats, beats with energy. It's not Expand is just like the perfect plugin. I would recommend everybody get Expand. But for this, I went with like a this is my lead right here. I went for something that was kind of like, if I remember, it's like a synth kind of. It's my lead, but it's kind of like a synth. Yeah. Yeah, so this beat is real simple. I mean, I say this beat. This lead is really simple. I want the chime lead and soft leads and the expand. This lead is real simple. As you can see, it's real thin. It's nothing crazy. It's real basic. I just copied the top line melody in my piano up here and just pasted it over. And I think I deleted some notes, let it slide a little bit. Expand 3. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I just copied the piano over with. I didn't copy the top notes this time. I just copied the regular piano for this one. I can't remember what this sound is, but it's most likely a pad. I like doing this with my pads. I think I use the same, yeah, beneath the waves again from Expand and Bright Pads. This is my bass. It's incredibly simple. I didn't try to be unique at all with this. Just copied the bass notes. My vocals. So I use vocals for these. I can't remember. I can't remember which one I used. Okay, I can't remember which vocals I used. It's a lot of vocals, but I consolidated them like an idiot for some reason. But I use these vocals right here. I layered them. I didn't even mix them. I don't know why I didn't mix them. Oh no, I'm tripping. I did mix them. I forgot I consolidated it. But yeah, this is right here. All I do is put a compressor on it and EQ'd it right here to I peaked it so the vocals peak out. You might hear that a little bit, but that's all I did. I'm gonna play the vocals real quick separately. For these drums, the drums are probably the most simple part of this beat. Basic, look at this basic hi-hat pattern. Incredibly simple. My snare. I don't know what's on me and putting complicated looking snares in my beats. I'm pretty sure I played this in, but it's not as complicated as it looks, and it actually matches the beat really good. Yeah, real basic. I'm gonna play my 808s last. My open hats. I'm gonna just play these. Yeah, real basic open hats. Nothing too much to say about that. My perk, real basic too. Yep. I think it's called the jingle perk. Well, it's called fragment on there, but I think it's if you wanted to find it, it would be called like jingle or something. Oh, my crash. I went with a magical type of crash. Yep. All right. This is my clap. It's a basic snap again. I love using this snap for beats like these, or for sometimes some beats too. The clap sounds perfectly most times, so I recommend using the clap over. I mean, a snap over a clap. Again, here's the full beat. I played it in the beginning. I'm gonna play it again. Here's the full beat right here.